So hey guys, it's Rita and Trey. We are here to do a quick 4-month update for you guys. He looks shocked, like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Are you confused? Can you see yourself? Look, who's that handsome guy? Look, who's that? So, yeah, we wanted to do a quick, see if I can prop him so he's in the screen at all times. A quick, 4-month update for you guys. Trey actually turned 4 months on the 11th of January. So we're only a few days in to his 4th month. And as you can see, he's getting big. He's getting big and he's getting heavy. So where should I start? You laughing? He has his 4-month doctor's appointment on the 23rd, so I don't know any updated weights or lengths or anything like that for you guys, so I'll have to save that for the next update when I can tell you guys about that. What I can talk about though is just like his habits and stuff like that. He is the happiest baby in the world. I mean, like, he's never really upset. He's just always happy, 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 and he's always smiling like that. He's a very giggly baby and just really like a really laid back like guy. Like, he's just chill. So nothing like his sister. She's a whole nother story. I'll do a whole nother update on her another day. But hey buddy, you gonna keep smiling for the ladies? You gonna keep smiling? I don't know what he's looking at. He's like not looking at the camera but looking down. I don't know. But isn't he gorgeous? He is gorgeous. I love my little boy. But anyway, so back to him. Yeah, he's just really laid back, calm, cool, collected. I guess I can start by just talking about his eating habits. So, as far as breastfeeding goes, I still am breastfeeding, but now I also do supplement with formula. Not something that I really wanted to do, not something I was really ready to do. I really, really wanted to breastfeed exclusively for the first year. That was my goal. So I guess the reason why I had to start supplementing with formula was just basically because it was becoming a little hard for me to keep up with my pumping, especially at work now that I'm like fully all the way back to work and I'm like busy, 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 and I'm not always in the office because my job is out in the field, so I'm out in the homes a lot. Sometimes, you know, from the beginning of my day to the end of my day, I'm like barely in the office. So, you know, when I first got back to work, it was a little easier for me to set aside time like to pump. I had a schedule going, but that's because I did not have all of my clients back yet. I was easing back into working, and now I am back managing like 35 families, not people, 35 families. So it can get a little busy, and before I know it, I come to work at 8:30, and before I know it, it's 5 o'clock and my whole day has gone and I forgot to pump. So that mix, that coupled with the fact that I don't think that I told you guys this, but I did go ahead and get the Implanon put in. And it's been about a month now, and I think that that has slowed down my milk production a little bit, or kind of a lot, coupled with the having trouble pumping while, you know, I'm at work. Of course, I'm able to pump when I'm home, but those two things coupled together, I feel like have really decreased my milk supply. So I was told that when I got the Implanon, well, actually it's called the Nexplanon, it's the updated version of the Implanon. I was told that when I got that put in, that that was a possibility of it decreasing my milk supply. So I am a little bummed, but at the same time, you know what, I am glad that I got the Nexplanon, because not that I really needed it, but I really just wanted to make sure that I was protecting myself with a contraceptive method because I did not want to have an unplanned pregnancy or anything like that when I'm not ready. And I'm definitely not ready. I won't say that being a mom of two and under is hard. I won't say that it's easy. I will just say that everybody handles it a different way. I'm not saying that I'm handling it good or bad, but there are my days where I get stressed. There are my days where I want to pull my hair out, or I just want to crawl in the corner and cry because maybe I'm sleep deprived, or maybe I had a long day at work and I've been around kids all day at work, and then I come home to my own who aren't behaving or who want me to hold him every second of the day. So sometimes, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I love my children to death, but sometimes I do get stressed, and it's not very often. You know, I have my great days where I'm just always wanting to, you know, hold them and play with them 24 hours a day. And, you know, it doesn't matter when Kimura gets into something she's not supposed to, you know, I just laugh it off. But, you know, or when she does something silly like that. But, you know, having two kids, having two kids this young is hard work, and I'm lucky enough to have a spouse to help me. Some people don't have that at all, so I'm very thankful for that, and I do love my children, and I really love being a mom, and that's why I appreciate the hard times that I have in those stressful days, because I just laugh and think about all the stories that my mom told me about when me and my brother were young, and how she could never go to the bathroom alone, and how like now I can never go to the bathroom alone, and how she would call my name, Mom, 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 a million times until I answer. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun having two kids, and I just went on a rant about having two kids. I don't even know how I started talking about that, but yeah. Anyway, so backtrack to his feeding. So yeah, I think what I was trying to go with was that sometimes when I do come home, you know, I'm a little tired and stressed sometimes too, so I might skip pumping. So a lot of it is my fault, and then some of it is, you know, out of my control. But yes, his feeding, I really only try to do the formula while he is at daycare, because right now I'm not able to pump enough to cover how much he's eating, which he is starting to eat more. He's starting to eat about, if it's in a bottle, it's like 5 ounces per feeding, and right now as we speak, he's really cluster feeding, so he's eating a lot more than his normal every 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes it might be like an hour and a half. Sometimes it's an hour goes by and he wants like an extra ounce to 2 ounces. So he's really cluster feeding right now, so I'm definitely not able to cover how much milk he needs while he's away from me. But when he is back home, he does get breast milk. He does get nursed, especially at nighttime. He likes to climb in the bed with me, and, you know, we do the laying down nursing style, and then he'll get back in his bed and sleep. So that's what's really going on. He is on Gerber Soothe formula. It's a newer formula. It was recommended by his doctor, so that's the one I went with, and it's been great. He hasn't had any constipation or anything like that. So when I introduced it to him, there wasn't like a big difference in his bowel movements, I guess, because I remember whenever Kimura was little and I switched her to formula, there was like a big difference. Like, she got real backed up and she couldn't use the bathroom. But with him, he really doesn't go number 2 like that anyway. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys before, but he is a unique baby. He only has the bowel movement maybe once every 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. He will usually go like a 2-week strain, and then like on that 14th day, he will just have a big blowout, and it's normally in the middle of the night. But I talked to several different pediatricians. I got first and second opinions, and I talked to some pediatricians pediatric nurses is as well, and everybody is telling me that it's normal. You know, they told me just things to look out for, as long as he's not straining, doesn't have a hard belly, you know, as long as his bowel movements are the right color and the right texture, that, you know, it's fine. And especially since I was breastfeeding the whole time, I kept being told by these doctors and nurses that, you know, was getting natural nutrients, so he didn't have a lot of things to dispose out of his body. And now that I'm starting to introduce formula, he will possibly have a little bit more that he needs to expel. So that's the only difference that I saw since I started giving him formula, was not that he was constipated, but that he had like at least one extra bowel movement. So now maybe he'll go once a week, but it's still not a lot. So yeah, so that's his feeding, what's really going on with his feeding, the breastfeeding / nursing. I do want to still try to attempt to breastfeed at least a year, even though it's not exclusive anymore. So we will see how that goes and how far I can go with that. But little man is doing great. He, I think he's like growing or teething or something, because he was doing really well with sleeping, only waking up like once a night. And then out of nowhere for like the last 2 weeks, he's really been having trouble staying asleep. He's been waking up several times a night. Sometimes the most, I think, in the past 2 weeks has been like 4 times a night, sometimes 3, sometimes 2. But it's really, I don't want to say it's to eat. He'll eat a little bit and then he'll fall back asleep. Not so much where I think he's hungry. Maybe he just needs a form of comfort. So I don't know what's going on, but last night he actually surprised me, and when he got home from daycare, he stayed up, played for about an hour, and then he ate, and then around 8 o'clock he went to sleep, and he did not wake back up until I think 2 a.m. where he then, you know, I fed him, and then he went back to sleep until 7 in the morning. So I don't know, his schedule has just been all out of whack, so hopefully it gets back on track soon. Hey buddy, little man, he is still can wear some 0 to 3 months. Like this outfit he has on now is 0 to 3 months. So this little sweater, I'm hiking it up, but this little sweater right here is 0 to 3 months. The little pants he has on are 0 to 3 months, which as you can see, those are getting a little high on him. He can fit some 6 to 9 months. I mean, he can fit some 6 to 3, and I think like some of his hoodies are 6 to 9 months and he can wear them. So, for the most part, his age is matching up with his clothing size. So that's good. What else is going on with him? I don't know. Let's see. His reflux. I don't know what's going on with that either recently. Just like his sleeping. You know, when he first got on the reflux medicine or whatever, it really did kind of stabilize him and his spitting up. And then out of nowhere, kind of like around the same time when his sleep patterns got messed up, all of a sudden he was throwing up a lot. And it was even before the formula got introduced, because the formula only got introduced maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And this was going on, this has been going on for maybe about a month now, where his spitting up has really started increasing again. And it was to the point where his daycare kept calling me because they thought he was sick, but it was just his reflux acting up, and he was doing it at home. And I wanted to increase his dosage, but I really didn't want to do that without talking to a doctor, and I just wanted to wait till his appointment. So I don't know, but that was about a month ago, and then here within the last week, it's been starting to get back to normal again. So I don't really know what's going on, but I do think that maybe his dose needs to be increased, because obviously he weighs a lot more now than he did when he first got on it. So I think the dose needs to match his new weight. So we'll see what his doctor says then. And until then, we'll just keep putting tons of bibs on him, using tons of burp cloths, and changing his clothes when needed. So he currently is in a size 2 diaper. I do put 3s on him sometimes, especially overnight. For nights when he is sleeping long periods of time and not waking up, I'll put a 3 on him just so he has a little bit of room, but he still can fit 2s. Ones and newborns are way out the door. I still have some left over that I will be saving for when my nephew is born, or my little cousin, or whatever he's considered. I guess my little cousin. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I still keep a pacifier with him. He is starting to become a little bit more dependent on it. At first, you guys know, I was telling you guys he really didn't want it, and he can do without it, but when it comes to him being like soothed when he's ready to go to sleep, he needs his pacifier, otherwise he really can't go to sleep. Speaking of sleeping, he does not like sleeping on his back at all, unless he is being held in your arms and he's being cradled. He will not sleep on his back. He is a side baby. He loves to sleep on his side. Obviously, I don't put him on his stomach because that's unsafe, and even if I did, he doesn't really care to be on his stomach. He's a pro at tummy time. Trust me, it's like he's been here before. But yeah, I'm talking about you. See how I say that? It's like he's been here before or something like that. But he has to be on his side when he goes to sleep. He's spitting up on me, and that's like his favorite position. He gets so comfortable. So sorry, buddy. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. And he only likes to be on one side, which he likes to be on his, he likes to lay on his left side. You put him on his right side, he wiggles and he wakes right up. So he's a weird little baby. As you guys can see, his hair fell all the way out. He did have a little bit of cradle cap whenever he was maybe like a month and a half, 2 months. Whenever he was like a month and a half, and now he's bald. He has bald spots everywhere because it just took his hair out, and that's why I call him Papa. Papa. Yeah, so hopefully it'll come back soon. He's starting to look like his sister and have no hair except for just a little bit right here. So yeah. What else? Developmentally, he loves the little shaky blocks, the kind that like crunch and the kind that shake. Those are his favorite toys right now. Like I said, he's a pro at tummy time. He's excellent. He rolls over from belly to back, is, you know, what he's doing so far. He talks all the time, but he isn't able to. He hasn't like started trying to say dada or anything like that yet, but he makes tons of noises, and he will like talk to you, have a conversation with you. So he's doing good at that. He surprises me with how much he wants to be on his feet. Like, he will literally get angry if he's sitting down. Sometimes he just wants to be on his feet, and he's been doing that since he was first born, where he just wants to stand up on his feet like at all times. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just gets up and starts walking on me one day, because that's how much he loves to stand and stuff. So what else can I tell you guys about my mister? I don't know. He's my twin. He definitely looks like mommy. I don't know, buddy. What else is there to say? What else is there to say? Huh? Huh? He's just very alert. I don't know. I love him. He's awesome. And I guess if there's anything else that you guys want to know on him, then you can just send me a message or leave it in a comment. But I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here until I find out a little bit more information at his next doctor's appointment. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my pumpkin in this video. Yeah, my pumpkin. Oh, and just so you guys know, in some of my vlogs, you might hear the family, me, Keith, Kimura, maybe other people that are in the vlogs, call him Teethy. It's just a friendly family nickname that hopefully he will grow out of very soon. But right now it's stuck with him. We call him Teethy like it's his actual name. So the way that that stemmed from is when he was first born or whatever, you know, his name is Keith, Keith the Third. So Big Keith, his nickname was Keithy growing up. And we kept saying, you know, we can't call him Keithy because his dad is actually still called Keithy to this day by family, you know, everywhere. So we said, okay, we're calling him Trey. And a lot of the extended family calls him Trey. But for some reason in the immediate family, me and Keith, it just wasn't sticking. And I don't know why. Like, I call him Trey when I refer to my extended family and they call him Trey. But when me and Keith are around each other, we just cannot call him Trey for some reason. We were calling him Keithy. But I don't know. But then we felt weird about calling him Keithy because that's what Keith is called. So one day Kimora tried to say Keithy and she totally butchered it. And she was just like, Teefy. So then it became a joke of calling him Teefy, and it just stuck, and now we call him Teefy all the time. So long story short, friendly nickname Teefy, if you guys are wondering, like, why do they call him Teefy? Does he have teeth or something? So I don't know. Oh, and also guys, how do you know if a baby is going to have a gap? Because he has like these little nubs on his gums, and it looks like he is going to have a gap. And I don't know, I just wondered if that meant anything, or if you can even tell this early if a baby will have a gap before they even get their teeth. But I wish I could show you guys, but I know I probably can't. Look, he's not gonna let me show you. He's just gonna keep licking my finger. But some of my pictures on Instagram, I think, show it, because I know some people on Instagram are like, oh my gosh, does he have teeth, or are those his gums? So if you follow me on there, you can go look and see what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, we will talk to you guys later. Say bye, buddy. Say bye, buddy. Alright, guys. See you.